What up, what up, what up, what up? We back for another episode of the Rick and Jordy podcast. I'm one half of your host, Jordy.
And I'm the other half of your host, Rick. What's going on?
What's poppin'? And today we
Yo.
have another special guest. She's
Very
live
special
in the
guest.
studio. Yes, she's live in the studio. This is my little cousin. No, I'm playing. Actually, I'm not wearing my wedding ring. Are you yours?
It's my little cousin.
Oh.
It's my little cousin.
Don't get mad at me. I'm not wearing my wedding ring. Right. Sorry.
We're at home.
Okay.
Oh, man.
I usually have it on, though, when I'm filming.
Blunder.
Because I try not to be out in
Are
public.
you going to introduce me?
Yes. Okay. All right. Anyways. All right. My bad. So we have a person that's near and dear to my heart in a special way. This is my wife of 3 years. We've been together for like 5 or something. I don't know. It's been a long time. We've been together for a minute, since before COVID. So that's like a whole nother time period.
That's ancient Rome.
Yeah, exactly. You know, there's BC, before COVID.
Right.
So my wife Morgan.
Hi, I'm so excited to be on today.
Excuse me, Mo.
Okay, Mo.
So, to start this off, we usually ask a question, and we'll ask a question too. You got to do your rap.
Who rap?
You got to do your rap.
Yeah, because
You got to do the rap.
I ain't got no bars in the cut.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do the rap.
The rap. That's your thing. That's your calling card. Our first day, you did the rap for me. All right, you ain't doing it. She ain't gonna do it.
I wasn't expecting that.
I know you wasn't. That's why I was like, it's not supposed to be expected. It's not supposed to be expected. Okay.
Slide in later.
So, all right. So here's the thing. Mo likes to watch. I don't know if any of you viewers out there enjoy watching the Housewives shows. Yeah. Mo.
Yes.
Let me see if I might butcher this. Let me see how I can phrase this question. One Housewives show, you get to be on it for one season. Which one are you on? And who's your best friend on there? And who would be your enemy? Go. That's 3 questions.
That's really tough because there's a lot of like ones that I watch.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Okay.
Yes. Well, currently my 2 favorite like characters or like people are not currently on the shows, but they were at one point.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would say Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Okay.
And I would say that Portia and Nene would be my besties.
Okay.
And I feel like Kenya Moore would be like my enemy.
Why can't you?
Yeah, why can't you?
Because she's like the classic villain, I think. I mean,
Classic villain, okay.
Yeah, she's just the classic villain.
Always the antagonist in everybody's business.
Yes.
Deal.
Her in the pot and all the things. So that's what I would say.
Kenya, if you ever watch this for any reason, she doesn't really dislike you. This is just because she was answering the question and she had to. So just putting that out there for whatever reason you decide.
Whatever reason. We know.
We just clarifying. All right, that's cool. Okay. Yeah. Dog, there's so many housewives shows. Like, dog, they have Atlanta, New York, or Los Angeles. They got one in Utah.
Yep, Utah.
Basketball Wives, like there's another realm. Is that in the same vein, or do they take it a step further?
Like Bravo is like the Real Housewives, and then like Shawnee O'Neal. She used to be Shawnee O'Neal, but now she's like married to a pastor. She has like the Basketball Wives franchise. And I do watch the Basketball Wives as well.
That's
I like
Shaq's ex-wife, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. There's a story I heard. I didn't realize that she was apparently dating somebody and Shaq stole her. Is that true?
Stole?
Yeah, like she was like dating a whole nother person.
I feel like stole is like such a...
All right, not stole. Sorry, that made it sound like property. Yeah. Okay. She was dating someone else. He started talking to her or whatever, and then they ended up getting together and getting married.
On that connection, huh?
Yeah. and the dude
probably
was
had
like,
more money. Shaq probably had more money, bigger.
yeah, I don't know. The dude was this all came out because of like the Diddy stuff. Like this dude was like associated with Diddy, and like the story was like Diddy told him, because the dude came to Diddy and was like, man, I just want, he wanted to hurt himself basically because of that situation, and Diddy told him to not hurt himself. He said, if anybody, you should go hurt Shaq. I'm substituting the word hurt for another thing, but yeah, and so that's how I heard that story.
Cause harm. Okay.
Yeah. Diddy has a lot of stuff going on around him. I don't know nothing about it, but that's just the story I heard. But anyways, I digress. Thank you for answering that question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hey, you your school counselor.
Mm-hmm.
What do you love about it?
First off, like, is there a grade range that you counsel?
So I counsel elementary school, and I used to counsel kindergarten through second graders, and now I counsel third through fifth graders, which it's an adjustment with the age change, but I really enjoy it. I feel like the problems that they come with, some of it's just like classic, like boy drama, girl drama, kind of those things, friendships, but they're really understanding what a friendship should be, what it should look like. They just have more understanding. And so I feel like our conversations, I feel like I can like reach them more. I feel like with my kindergarten through second grade students, like when I was actually having counseling sessions, sometimes it would be hard to decipher what like a kindergartner was meaning to say, or I don't know. It's just like I feel like third through fifth graders are able to articulate themselves more into a way where we can have deeper conversations. And yeah, so I really enjoy it.
Okay. Is it true that is? I heard somebody talking recently. They're like, the kindergarten through second grader age, that's like adorable and cute, but the like after a certain age, they're not as cute and they really speak their mind. They go from being like just the cute little person stumbling around, to actually being intelligent enough to articulate what they mean, exactly what you said, but in like a nasty way. Do you see both sides?
I mean, yeah, I do, but I think the thing is that I have a really good relationship with the students that I work with, and so for the most part, they're able to like respect me. So I haven't really had those like negative interactions, but I know that there are kids who do act that way.
Okay.
But then those are the kids that I seek out. And I'm okay, I'm going to build a relationship with you. I'm going to check in with you, because if you have an attitude or if you're being this way, it's most of the time because you're going through something, or there's something at home, or whatever the case may be. So.
Gotcha. Okay.
Working in a school, it seems like, so like we had talked about like you like watching reality TV, but it seems like working in a school has its own like reality TV aspect drama, like with kids, teachers, and stuff like that. Like, do you ever feel that way? Like, do you ever run into a situation where it just feels like this can't be real? Like, you don't have to go into specifics on like, I mean, like, because obviously you can't, but I mean, like, have you ever ran into situations where you just be like, oh my gosh, this seems like this is like made for TV or something like that? Like,
this
where
is
it's
the
so wild.
Degrassi episode.
Yeah, like it's a Degrassi episode. Like, it's so wild. It was like, what in the world? Like,
I feel like at the elementary school level, like I don't get anything that's just like too bizarre. I know like as they get older, like just the kids like high school, what they're exposed to and all of these things, like, but I just don't feel like I experience anything too crazy.
Gotcha.
At the elementary level, which that's what I like.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah.
I
remember my first experience with a counselor, or interaction with a counselor, was in middle school. I got in trouble because we were at lunch, right? And these two were a couple, and they were fighting, and And everybody at the lunch, they were doing it in front of the whole lunch table, so everybody knew their business. Everybody knew their business. And
Gosh.
but I happened to make a quip, or because like he got the girl so mad that she got up and left, right? And I may have said something, but
Nah, you
I
said
did say something,
what you
but
say.
I can't remember. But I remember the girl, she looked at me, and I was the only person from that table that got in trouble, and I got sent to detention, after school detention for that stuff. I was like, this is some bull. I was like,
Oh,
everybody know their business and all that, but
I
you
get in
said
trouble.
something. What'd you say?
And then you were like, and then I get in trouble.
Yeah, and then I get in trouble. The boyfriend didn't even get in trouble. It was just me.
What?
Middle school is a weird
I can't
age.
even imagine you
It
getting in
is.
trouble. Were you like a troublemaker?
Oh,
In middle school, I was a little more vocal in middle school for sure.
Really?
But I wasn't a troublemaker, nah.
Okay.
Rick
Except
is like
in Spanish class, a little bit.
Rick gives me vibes when you around him enough. He gives me vibes of Home Alone, Macaulay Culkin. Like if you leave him alone to his own devices,
Mischievous.
yeah, he'll do some stuff.
Okay.
Like that's what I mean. Like he'll do
Yeah.
some stuff if you leave him alone to his own devices. Because
Yeah, that's fair.
Rick be like quiet and sneaky.
Oh, man, move sneaky.
You're one of the quiet, sneaky
Yeah,
kids.
yeah, and then he'll throw in his little jabs. While everybody else kicking you, he'll throw in his too.
Yeah, I might say something, but I just sit back and enjoy. That's where I learned my lesson.
Heck
But yeah,
heck
so okay, counseling elementary
I'm
school.
sorry that you had that experience, because you know what? Something that I pride myself in is, as a counselor, we are not the disciplinaries. Like, we are your safe space. So when kids come with me, they know that they're not in trouble, that we're
Mhm.
going to have a conversation, but I'm not here to give punishments.
Okay,
So-
yeah. In high school, it was a way different story. All the counselors were pretty cool in high school.
Good.
Yep.
Do you ever find that, because that's interesting that you brought that up? It's like you're not the disciplinarian, so it's like as a counselor, is it kind of like a line there where it's like, all right, you're trying to be, not trying to be, you're being a safe space, but at the same time, it's like you kind of got to give some type of guidance or direction that the child may not want to hear. Like, do you ever run into that line where it's kind of like you're conflicted?
I don't feel like I'm ever conflicted. I think that I have hard conversations with my kids, and I'm able to say, like, that what you did was not okay.
Mhm.
What you did, what you said, I'm able to do that. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to say, okay, so you missed your recess, or so you're going to do this, or you're going to do that. I'm here to say, okay, so what can we do to make this better?
Mhm.
And then they might say, oh, I need to apologize, or I need to blah, blah, or I need to, I'm like, okay, there you go. That's what you need to do. So let's turn our day around. Let's make better choices. So,
Okay.
She's not administration. She ain't sending kids home for suspension and stuff like that.
no.
Yeah.
And a lot of times me and my admin, like, we like tag team. So like I might have a conversation with the kid, and then they will have that tough conversation with and because of this, we have to give you a day of suspension.
Yeah.
But maybe I have helped them calm down, or get to a place where they're ready to hear that, or just know that, okay, even though you're getting in trouble, or you have consequences, we still love you. We still care about you. We still give you grace. You can try, better decisions next time.
Still welcome.
Yeah.
So in working at the school, and you don't even have to, I don't even just in a broad spectrum, right? Like, let's start with the pros, or the things that you enjoy. What are the things that you enjoy about working in the schools? Like, not even so much just your job in particular, but just like what excites you about walking into the building every day?
The kids.
Okay. Because working. No, I asked that because working in the school it seems so. It's draining. It's draining.
I think it's draining because of the amount of things that are put on teachers' plates or admin's plates or counselors' plates. It's just a lot to balance, and there's only so much time, and there's only so many hands and so many people. Like trying to meet every kid's needs are really, really hard. And I think that's the biggest task or downfall, because there's a lot of initiatives that I want to implement in my school, but there's only so much time. There's only so much resources. So everyone has to be on board with it. So you might have admin support, but maybe teachers are hesitant, or vice versa. Like everyone has to be on the same page with the things that you bring forth. Then you have to have resources. Then you have to have the time to schedule it all out. So I think that's the thing. But the kids are great.
Okay.
Like, that's what you do.
Okay. On the flip side, then, how are the TSA meetings? Is it PSA? TSA.
PSA is what go through at the airport.
Oh yeah, you're right. So
PTA.
Yes, I knew some 3-letter acronym.
Yeah,
Parent Teacher Association, and I was saying the dang words too. Damn.
He said Parent Teacher TSA.
But yeah, are there? You don't have to get into it, but like, have you seen some instances where like parents are upset or just not very happy about the way things are going at schools, or just in general, and they come and kind of rear their heads?
Yeah, so like the Parent Teacher Association, PTA, is like what helps our school. So like they get our school supplies together. They're like parents who like are gonna raise money for us at the games, or like work a booth, and so that's kind of different than just like parents in general. I feel like our PTA is great.
Okay.
They're gonna help us. We can go to them and say, hey, we need this, and this for school supplies, and the next year they'll put it on the school supplies list and things like that. But on the flip side, like separately, there are parents. Yes, there's going to be parents.
Separate entities, yeah.
Yeah, there's going to be parents that are supportive. There's going to be parents that are not so supportive. There's gonna be parents that get upset, or like only like see their kid's side and don't look at the whole picture, or like parents are humans, so just like there's not so good,
I guess the only reason I asked that, because for some reason I follow the my high school's Facebook page, like the parent Facebook page for the kids going to my alma mater or whatever, and they be firing off. They be heated in the
those Facebook pages be really showing like how these people think, what they're saying, and I'm like, this is crazy.
Yep. Yeah. They be saying some stuff. I'm like, I know that person. I know that, like the teachers and stuff. So it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Some good drama.
Yeah, for sure.
How often do you run into like a parent that's not so friendly, I guess, so to speak? Like, is that a often occurrence, like at the elementary level? Because I imagine at the high school level, it's probably like, because
I think that I have not had many negative interactions, but I also feel like I am, and I wouldn't recommend this to all teachers or all counselors or whatever the case may be, but like as a teacher, like if a parent said, even if I sent this email 1,000 times and it said the exact same thing, and then a parent, emailed and said, so what time is this and what time is that? I would just be like, oh, it's okay. Like, here you go, blah, blah, blah. Like, I think I'm just like an easygoing, like, not that big of a deal, kind of, I'll try to, please who I can kind of thing. And so I don't think that I've had that many negative interactions. And if I have, it's really on the parents' part, because I would have done everything and anything to make sure that, I met their needs.
Yep, I know you would.
Yeah, so I kind of go above and beyond with that. Whereas, some teachers don't, but they don't have to. I think that sometimes maybe parents are used to things being just like, oh, I'm in charge, or, that kind of thing. And then there's teachers that set their boundaries and say, nope, you can't email me at this time and expect to get an email right away. Like, I have a 24-hour policy. So, wait your 24 hours and you'll be able to get your email. Whereas I was like, 9:00 at night. Oh, I see an email. Oh, I got to email this parent
Yeah.
and, get it to them right away. So I think that was kind of a con for me too. Sometimes it's just like, I don't necessarily maybe have those boundaries that other teachers may have, at the expense of just trying to make my parents happy.
Yeah. But that's why your school community loves you, though. Whenever I go up there and say, "Oh my gosh, Morgan! Oh, and is this your husband? Oh, hi."
Yeah, that's what I want to make my students happy. I want to make my parents happy. I want them to feel safe. I want them to have a good experience. And so that's just
that's what's
what
up.
I do.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean that I'm sure from a parent's perspective, I'm sure that's what they want to hear. So yeah, for sure. Definitely. Yeah. That's why I would want to hear shit. Like I want my kid to have all the support, all the help that they need.
Yeah.
There's good people up there looking out for them. So
yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So here's the thing that I'm noticing with you and working in the school. Y'all get all that time off too.
Okay.
I'll be thinking about that. Like, damn, they off for real.
But here's the thing. You have to understand that, yes, we get off on those breaks, but we're not getting paid. We're not getting, what we're worth. I feel like we stay late. We, take things home with us. Like, we deal with kids, we deal with parents, we deal with admin, we have to have the right test scores, we have to have this and that and this and that.
Yeah. No, yeah,
we deserve a break for our mental health.
No, for sure.
Then we're not getting paid enough. Teachers don't get paid enough. Educators don't get paid enough.
No, that's facts.
So whereas other jobs, you get to climb up the ladder and get these big raises and bonuses and all these things, where it's like, oh, we might make next year I might make an extra $200. Like,
No, I agree. The education field definitely, this is just personal opinion. This is no reflection on anybody else. I feel like educators get cheated because of everything that you're required to do by way of going to school yourself to get your education. You have to get a master's in order to be a teacher, basically, right? You have to get your certification, all these things, and keep track of that and pay for all that stuff, and go and work a job that is not going to even, you're going to work in a field that is not going to even pay the equivalent of what you spent to go, you know what I mean? You don't even, you have to work for so many years to even get close to what you paid for, you know what I'm saying? And so like, that's where I feel like, educators get cheated really bad. I never agree with that, because I feel like that's the most important job, because one of the more important jobs, because there's, also healthcare as well, those areas that are really important to our society for the growth of people, you know what I'm saying? If you're really about the people, those workers do not get compensated fairly. So yeah, I agree with you. The time off is just a way of saying, hey, here you go. Instead of giving you more money, we'll give you all this time off. Which the time off is nice, but more money also is nice too. So I agree.
There's some teachers in different states and different places that have to get other jobs and have
I've heard people be working part-time jobs in the summer just so they can keep money rolling in and stuff like that. And then the ones that do work at the schools, they either coach or they do like some type of extracurricular activity just to get a extra check. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they stay after and do study hall or something like that. just to get a little extra money, and it's not a whole lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
so that's bogus. But a week off for Thanksgiving, like we just had, seems like it's nice.
It
And
is.
turn around at
Yeah.
Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah, you go back to school for like what 2 weeks, and then you're off for another
Yeah,
2 weeks.
let's not forget spring break.
It's free.
But that's for mental health.
No, yeah, for
Kids.
sure, for sure.
Like we don't just get to sit in a cubicle and not, maybe interact with someone or maybe not. No, we're
Yeah, I get you there.
That's for sure.
It's a whole different part of your brain, and then you guys are on. When you're on, you have to be on 24/7.
Yeah, there's no room for error. So
So okay, I have one last question at least from my point. So there's more recently there's like, not saying I agree with it or disagree with it, but the narrative like, okay, you may not have to go to college to be successful, or you can find other avenues to be successful. Has there been like a trickle down effect maybe that you've seen like with that narrative, and then like maybe at the high school or maybe even elementary level of like support of like, this is super important, education is still super important, and it's a foundation for kids, and it's a pretty important part in their developmental process and all that. Do you see that that's still being pushed just as hard that I feel maybe it was when maybe we were coming up, or has that kind of wavered because of this narrative of there's other avenues to be successful outside of school?
So that's a really good question. And I feel like there's just like different avenues, because I feel like our school, like our high school, we have like a CTE, like we have a CTE building where they are able to do like trade work and like different like job experiences that necessarily don't require like college, which I think is great that they're being exposed to that and having those different avenues, because not every kid is built to go to college. And we're learning that sometimes you don't need college to make a certain amount of money or to be successful. Like you don't need college like it was pushed when we were kids.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I also feel like at the elementary level, we are big with math and reading, but we also focus a lot more on social emotional needs than we have before, like in the past. I think as years have gone on, we've tried to push that a lot more, and how students can collaborate with each other and recognize like their different agilities. We call it agilities. Like, oh, am I organized, or am I a deep thinker, or am I creative? Them being able to see that they're more than just math and reading.
Yeah.
Like if I'm not good at math, can I still be successful? Yes, these are the good things that I'm good at.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. That's dope. That's dope to hear.
Yeah. Because also I feel like in the workforce, like no matter what job you have, we're trying to be able to develop these kids' skills and the things that really, really matter. Because no matter what job that you have, you're going to have to collaborate with others. No matter what job you have, you're going to have to be a critical thinker. Like just those basic skills to be successful in any job.
Yeah.
Good.
I do. When I was working up at the high school, I did like that. Because that narrative is true. Like they are pushing more, like some of these kids, because there's jobs open for just people that have trades, right? Because there's nobody wants to do those jobs anymore, right? But they pay really well, but nobody wants to do them. And so I do like that. There's not that pressure to go to college, because like I would tell some of my students that, I am always going to be for going to college, but college truly is not for everybody, because if there's a particular career path that you want to choose or go down, going to college may be a waste of time and money. You know what I'm saying? If you can just go do it as a trade, you know what I'm saying? And also too, college can be a waste of time if you don't really know what you want to do and don't have an ambition to find out. Because
Very true.
College can be great if you don't know what you want to do, but you want to figure it out, or you
Yeah.
have an idea. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to go there because you only get like 2 years before you have to declare a major. You don't want to go there and just mess off your money
Just
for 2 years. So, So I tell kids that, like, if you don't know what you want to do and you don't have any ambition to find out, don't go spend $30,000 a year trying to do that, because I mean it's not going to mean much. You know what I mean? But I think still I'm always going to be for college, because I think there was a lot of things that I learned there that I don't think I would have got anywhere else or any other way. And I feel like it was a enclosed or safe environment for me to do an experiment, like figure some things out. You know what I'm saying? Rather than just going out to the world and having to start paying real bills. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's a good point.
I think that, like, it just depends on what your end goal is. Because sometimes kids are like, I just want to make money.
Yeah.
And if you want to make money, then maybe just going post graduation, just going into a trade, getting that money right off, like whatever. But then some people want to, like,
they want a career.
Yeah.
They want to have a,
But a trade is a career.
Well, yeah. I don't mean it like this. I'm meaning like they want like a path where it's like, all right, I don't know how to put it, like a path where you can go down where it's like, all right, now I can climb up this ladder, like this corporate ladder, right? Like most of those careers, like you have to have like some type of degree.
Yeah, they're just they're situating themselves to be a player in that. Yeah, like you said, in the corporate environment.
That's what I mean. I'm not trying to degrade like trade, because trades are important. They're important. I just mean like. Yeah.
But then also, I think it's important for kids to know no matter what route you take, you can still be successful.
Oh, yeah,
absolutely. Because I feel like growing up, it's like, go to college, get a degree, get a good job, then you're successful. And that's not necessarily the case, because there's people who go to college, get the degree, and then don't use it.
Nothing,
or like,
that's a lot of people.
Or don't even go into the field that they, have went to their degree in.
That's me.
Yeah. So it's like,
No, for sure. The first part that you said was me for like the first 3 years, and then that last part you said was me now.
Yeah.
so I'm me. I'm that.
I have a question for both of you guys. As time goes on, how do you think society is going to change? Do you think people are still going to go to college, especially with the prices of it and having to pay student loans and all of these things? Do you think as time goes on, people are going to still continue to go to college, or do you think they're going to start doing more trades? Like, what percentage?
I honestly think it's going to look different. I think that there are people still there that will still go to college. It'll probably be more online schooling though. Because what I've learned, at least from working with these high school kids, a lot of them don't want to really leave home, or at least that's been the community that I've met. They don't want to leave home. So if they do want to go to school, either being somewhere nearby or online schooling might be an option. I also think that that's just going to be just the way of the world, the way it is now, because everything's online. It's like, well, I mean, I'm not about to go and pay X amount of dollars and go live on campus and do all this, that, and other. Most of the kids don't care about that anyway.
Yeah.
Also too, with the growing of like things like this, like where people can be YouTubers or influencers and things like that, there's no need for a college education. You just need some type of recording device and a social media account, and you can do whatever you want. I just think there's so many ways of being successful, and also if you depending on how you define your success, I mean, I don't think there's going to be a purpose for it, and especially like you said, with the prices rising, I mean, that's definitely going to deter a lot of kids that don't have the finances or the resources to put them there. There's no point. It's just like, I don't need that.
Yeah. I agree with you with what Jordan said. I would say, yeah, the I would think the attendance of students at big like university and state colleges will probably diminish in the future. Like it'll be more targeted towards kids that kind of how we discussed, like know what they want to do, know that they want to get a specific degree, so they'll be seeking that out, or kids that are maybe just want that college experience. They still want the college experience for whatever reason. But yeah, like y'all said, I see avenues and opportunities outside of college becoming more prevalent, and like just stuff like that um, become more popular and being pushed as a alternative, and we just seeing that become more of the norm. And
Mhm.
it may not be trade jobs. It may be something completely different. There be
Mhm.
like things are evolving, so some new industry may pop up or something like that. But
Mhm.
I think we'll see alternatives being pushed a lot harder.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And YouTube University is a real thing. You know what I mean? Like you can
yeah,
literally find anything that you want to learn how to do. You can go to YouTube and do it. And Google, I think Google's starting to do the certificates, so you can get certified in different areas and stuff like that. So
okay,
I mean, there's just not going to. I'm not going to say there's not, like you said, the people that know what they want to do, they have money. It might be like a lineage thing, like a legacy thing, will still go.
exactly,
But I mean, you know, new kids, like having new generations that never had anybody go in the first place, I
exactly,
think
yeah,
that's going to decline. Because there's not, they don't have the influence, and there's no point. So,
yeah.
but going back, piggybacking off of to how you guys get the breaks off for school and stuff like that. You had the week off for Thanksgiving. How was y'all Thanksgiving? I mean, I know how yours was. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was cool. I had an impromptu trip back home, so that was nice. Got some home cooked food and got to be around family and all that. So
Yeah,
I enjoyed it. Yeah, yeah.
I have a question because I know back in the day, well, it's probably still the same way now. People still look forward to it. After Thanksgiving, people look forward to those Black Friday shopping deals.
Yep.
All right. One, do you like the Black Friday shop like in store, or do you rather do things online?
Um, as of late, like no. I think the last time I went to Black Friday shop
Mm-hmm.
was back in college. I was getting a TV.
Oh,
Um, so that was some years ago. Yeah. Since then it's been more. If I do Black Friday shop, it will be online or it'll be like Cyber Monday, something like that.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
What about you?
Oh, I'm not going in the store with you.
I
I,
knew it.
I don't even like you. If Mo asks me to pick up food, it's a business decision. Like, hey, is this? Do I have to go in and pick it up, or can I go to the drive-through?
Yeah.
I'm not going in for nothing. Like if I can order it offline, and online usually has better deals than in store anyway. I'm
You
not.
can't find deals.
Yeah, and sometimes in stores they won't have the product there. They're like, oh, I can order it for you and ship it here. No, I'll just order it and ship it to my house. Like
Yeah.
I'm not coming back up here to pick up. No, yeah, online is easy.
Exactly. Exactly.
What about you, Milan?
I think for me, like the last time I actually like went Black Friday shopping was like Rick said, maybe like college time.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like back then it was like exciting to me. Like I loved the deals. I felt like it was worth being out in the cold. It was worth
Mhm.
the rustle and bustle with people all
Mm-hmm.
around. And now I just feel like one, it's unsafe. People are crazy nowadays. Like I don't want to be out. And then two, I feel like the deals are not as like they're not worth it anymore. Like I
Yeah.
feel like there was
Worth
TVs
your
that
time.
were like $100. Like you get a flat screen TV, 65-inch for
Yeah.
$150.
Yep.
Yeah, I just feel like nowadays, like it's not giving what it's supposed to give. The discounts aren't discounting. Like I just don't think it's worth it.
So it's funny that you said that.
Yeah.
This is where we're leading. We're leading into our story, right? These Black Friday deals. There was a video online. I sent it to you. You showed me actually. And so now we're going to talk to the viewer about this. Target. They might not have been the only ones, but this was the video.
Scandal.
Yeah, they were doing a little scandal. So their little well, hey, let's just play the video. So yeah, they decided that they wanted to do a little
Black Friday discounting.
Yeah. And it was quite interesting. So I'm gonna play that for you. And yeah, let's do that. Here we go.
Showing a viral video regarding its Black Friday pricing. So it has us shaking our heads at this one. Take a look at it. Come close to your screen. It shows a woman in Target taking off the Black Friday deal sign. And underneath it, you can see that the price never changes from the sign that was in front. Now, in a statement, Target says the TVs were actually on sale before Black Friday, and they just continue to offer those items at the same discounted prices. A lot of people in the comments, yeah, they are saying companies have been doing this for years. Let me know what you think about it. Use that hashtag #IamUp. Was it a deal? Was it not a deal? You be the judge. Y'all got to.
All right. So, okay.
Y'all be the judge.
Okay. So, what are your thoughts? How often do you think that's happened? Like,
so often. I think like even I saw something with like Old Navy where originally like the leggings are $5. Well, then they up the price for Black Friday and then put 50% off. So then it's $5 still. So like I think that sometimes they just try to attract it, say it's a sale. You are like, oh yeah, it's a sale because they say it's a sale and it's not.
Yeah. Like you said, been going on forever. My mama has been preaching this for since I was a kid, talking about how they scheme on the clearance rack and stuff like that. They'll mark up the prices just to mark them down. Think you're getting a deal. So that's always been in my ear. So with Black Friday, I'm not surprised, but the hype around it and all that kind of clouds it out, and it's just like, oh, let me go participate in this hype because I feel like I'm missing out, obviously, due to their marketing schemes and marketing tactics, getting people amped up and anxious to go out and buy, get ready for Christmas and all that. But yeah, so it's I don't know.
So I feel like they're just selling it at the price that's just above whatever it costs to have that product in the store, right? Yeah. So like if the product, because this is why I say that, because we had a friend in college, he ended up interning for Microsoft, and the Microsoft Gold account, I say this because Microsoft Gold account at that time was like $60 for a year, right? Well, when he was working there, he was like, oh, hey, bro, he's like, this thing is $15, like at the Microsoft store or whatever, like, where I work, if you just give me $15, I'll give it to you. That's what it costs. It's like, all right, cool. And I was like, what about like the games? He's like, the games is marked down too. Like the games would be like $15. He's like, we just pay the price that it costs to print everything. Like the only thing that's in the store that actually costs about the same that it costs to make is the system itself. Because the system was like $500, right? Or whatever. Yeah. It costs about that much to make it. They don't make money off the system. They make money off the accessories. And so I feel like that's what's happening with like the Black Friday deals and stuff like that. They're just selling it at a price that whatever it costs to make or have in the store is just above that. And so it's like still not a sale. We're still, you know what I mean?
They have to profit some type of way.
Yeah, I feel like they have to profit some type of way, but I just feel like it's really disheartening because I feel like in today's society, like people are struggling, like inflation, all the things, everything is, expensive. And it's like the one day where we feel like, oh my gosh, I can get a good discount or like I can save my money or you get my Christmas shopping done or,
Yep.
Like thinking
take advantage.
Yeah, that you can get a bargain, and then you're not, and then you're paying the exact same, sometimes more, or whatever the case may be. I feel like it's really manipulative, and I feel like it's disheartening.
It's one of those things that it slightly feels illegal, but is probably not illegal.
I don't think it's illegal. I mean, I feel like these companies are doing what they've always done, and it just makes me sad.
No, like I'm sure it's not illegal, but I mean, like, it just feels like it is, because it's like it almost feels like you said, it's dishonest. Like, it feels like false. I don't know, like, it's not false advertisement, but it does feel dishonest, because it's just like, dog, this price was that yesterday. Like, what are you talking about? It's not a deal.
Yeah.
You just made a new sign and put it.
Yep.
There. You know what I mean?
That's dishonest.
Printed in different colors or whatever.
Yeah, like, you should have just kept it at what it was. Like, if it's not a part, I feel like Black Friday deals should be like low of the low.
Yeah.
Like, if my jeans are normally $45, I want to get them for half price. I want to get them for $25. I want to get them, like, I want to feel like I'm really saving.
Exactly.
They need to do Black Friday on groceries, gas, rent.
The economy, economic Black Friday.
One day, and they're going to make that, because you think about it, if typically only 10 people buy this, and then on Black Friday 30 people buy it or whatever, like, you're gonna get your money back, because people are still going to be buying the items.
Yeah.
So people definitely go and buy them, because they're, first off, you get the Black Friday sales, and then they're going to be there for Christmas regardless. They're going to have the same inventory, going to be the same price, if not better. They may mark it down even more to get people to buy. So it's a vicious game they play in. So how did y'all feel about, because this seemed like it was only a short period in history, really, but when they started opening things on Thanksgiving Eve in the light of Black Friday shopping and all that, that seems like that. I don't know how long that lasted. Maybe I don't even want to put a time limit on it. But within our lifetime, we've seen them open stores on Black Friday or open stores on Thanksgiving Eve, saying like, we have Black Friday sales, come shop or whatever. To now being completely shut down on Thanksgiving, like reverting back to Thanksgiving being the true national holiday where everyone gets it off and not trying to take advantage of, folks in their spending habits. And then in turn on that, like, taking their employees' holidays away, because normally it's like the younger employees that will have to work those shitty shifts and stuff like that. So do y'all recognize that? I guess have y'all recognized that?
I did, because I noticed there were some fast food restaurants that were shut down.
McDonald's, did you recognize that?
McDonald's was shut down. Chick-fil-A, I mean, they always be shut down though, on stuff like that. But
I feel like it's important for employees to be able to have those days off, and not, if I'm not working and that's typically my day, and somebody has to cover because I want to do this, then somebody else has to work that. People have families. People want to enjoy their holidays and not feel like they have to work on those days.
It felt like it put like a dark cloud over the holiday, to be honest. Like, at first it was like, oh, cool, and we can go get the deals on Thanksgiving, but after a certain period of time, it's like, damn, they really have to work on Thanksgiving.
And it seems like the worst too, because it feels like you're dealing with a rush of people that are going to be rude, that are going to all be like anxious because they're wanting stuff and they can't find it, so they're always going to be asking you for, like, it just seems like the worst. Like, it almost makes it for maybe that particular person, like, man, I don't even look forward to this, because I don't look forward to the holidays, because if I have to work, I'm going to have to deal with this.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then, like, on the if you stay at that job the year that you don't have to work it, you just be like, I just want to be at home. I don't want to do nothing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Black
saying?
Friday. Yeah,
Yeah.
for real. So
Like it just seems like it ruins it for you. I don't know.
yeah, and like Mo said, it being dangerous. So like just thinking you're forced to go into that environment. You have no choice dealing with those folks.
Mhm.
I read a book called Friday. I think it's called Friday Black. And it had like it's like what is it? Anthologies. Is that what it is? Like those little short stories,
Yeah.
kind of like creepy or whatever. Yeah. So it has like different of those, but it had like several stories of like Black Friday. It was like one story, but it was split up throughout the book or whatever. And it was about this kid that was that was like he worked at one of the stores for Black Friday, and this kid was like describing it like he was really good at what he did, like selling people stuff and getting people to buy stuff during Black Friday. And he was just talking about like how the people, like he had to sit up on top of like one of the shelves and like beat people with sticks because they were all trying to get like different objects and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
He was just talking about people getting crushed and all this stuff. And like they had this one where this lady, she was like, she got a TV and she was like mumbling some stuff to herself, but she came in with a family and like none of her family made it out. And she had like blood on her shirt and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is exactly what Black Friday feels like in stores, because people would trample people, trample one another, fight one another just to get, like, if it's the last TV, I want this TV, I'll fight you for it. Like it's nuts. Like I don't.
Yeah.
I never understood that. Like, bro, you can have it.
Definitely, you can have it.
So, long story short, Black Friday is not worth it. The prices aren't worth it. The safety, the time,
the time. Yeah, after COVID and everything, nobody. Online shopping's prevalent. They stopped the lines and all that during 2020, 2021, all that. So
yeah.
You know who's good with they sales that make you buy stuff that you don't need to be buying though? It's Amazon.
Yeah, they always
they'll have a sale on something. It'll be like, oh, $7.99. It was $20.99. I'm like, oh, that's a good deal. But it'd be like something that you don't even need. It'd be like a foot massager. Like, I don't need that.
That's true.
But it's only $8.
That's true.
You get the little buy now button. Yeah.
I know that's over with.
Yeah.
I do that by now, and
you know it's coming.
Yeah, that's
next 3 days at least.
Yeah,
that's I did some Cyber Monday shopping, but I got things that I needed. So
you did it on Amazon.
You know I did on Amazon.
Yeah,
I supported Bezos.
Hey, he got a. Well, I mean, there's Temu now, but
Temu, yeah. Oh yeah, Temu.
He got a lock on the game though, for real.
Yeah. So,
honestly, but then when people find out more, then they start raising their prices. Because I feel like Amazon, way back when, I feel like it was like affordably priced. And I'm not saying that it's not now, but I do feel like
Amazon's just like the store. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Some things you can find cheaper on Amazon, but a lot of stuff is priced similar to in store. I found that because I'll, try to price compare or whatever. Like I'm just about to buy it here because I don't feel like waiting a day or two.
I mean, I'm going to say,
I guess that's just what it is. It's like, okay, do you want to, like, if I want to go to Target, I'm going to get
it. Yeah.
If I want to sit on the couch, I will wait my 2 days.
It's convenience. It's convenience fees in there too. You know what I mean? So it's like they can afford to make it a little more expensive if they wanted to.
That's very true, because it's not like I ever make it a point to go out and like, oh, I'm about to price match this. It's always like I'm in the moment and I'm like, oh, I need this. Let me see how much it is on Amazon.
Yeah, there's no point. Like I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to the store, bro. If I don't have to, I'm not going. Like,
and it's also a convenience factor too. It's like sometimes when you go to Target, you go to Walmart, wherever you go, you don't know, you can't guarantee that they're going to have what you need.
True, that too.
When you go to Amazon, you search it, you find it, you know what you're going to get.
You know what's wild? There's certain things. So like, I like books. So like, if I go to the store, if we go to Target because we getting groceries or whatever, I'll go to the book section. I'll go to the book section or whatever. And if I see a book that I like, I'll take a picture of it and then order it on Amazon.
Mm.
It's the same.
Is it always cheaper, or is it?
Sometimes it's cheaper. Sometimes it's the same price.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes it is cheaper though. Yeah, but
Yeah.
Usually it's close to the same price. It's not much of a price difference. It's just
right.
I don't know. It's just like it's a lot of times I don't intend on buying it there. It keeps me from having to search on Amazon to find stuff because I don't feel like going through there and looking to find.
Okay.
Book.
That makes sense.
Sometimes they have like top sellers or stuff like that, and so you're like, oh, this is what it is.
You can see it in person.
And I'm like, all right, I'll go order this.
It's easier to browse some things in person versus on the screen.
Yeah. So it's a little weird,
but that's the thing. Like I just think about, and I'm kind of jumping, but like malls, like. I used to love the experience of going to a mall, going through the stores, finding an outfit, trying it on. But I feel like as time goes on, like, do you think malls are going to be as relevant as they are now? Or I don't know.
That's a good question. I just can't see malls going away, but I don't know.
In my experience, I've seen mall like from in Omaha. I've seen they used to have a whole bunch of malls, but the amount shrinks. So that's been my experience. Like malls are the traditional indoor malls. Those type of establishments are there's starting to be far and few between or whatever, and they're more transitioning to the aesthetic, like outdoor mall, the walking type mall, the strip, that type of deal. So that's what I've seen, I think.
Yeah. Because even like our big mall, like I say our big mall, Oak Park Mall or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I'm starting to see that some of the shops within it are, I don't know, not mom and pop shops, but like not the classic like Old Navy Express. Like we have those, but there's also like these other like
they're mom and pop. You could say that, I think, because they're probably more.
They're not a chain. They're just.
No, I've that's definitely I've seen that as well. Like the more corporate stores kind of leaving the mall, and then. Instead of leaving those stores empty, they allow like smaller businesses or one-off businesses come in, occupy those spots. Yeah.
And maybe that's what malls will start looking like more like, because the bigger franchise stores are probably realizing it's not worth the money to have
keep it open when you can just have it online.
Yeah. Because I mean, like you said, like we look at Amazon's showing that I can go all online and make money. I think a place like, honestly, like Best Buy, I like going to Best Buy, every now and then just to go in there and see stuff. But I think that's another place that could just be online. Like it wouldn't need to be physical location necessarily.
Best Buy is never busy when I go in there.
There's no point to be there. Like you used to be. Yeah, it used to be. But I mean, like in today's society, there's no point because like a lot of that stuff you just buy online anyway.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of times they don't have like electronics. It's kind of hard to have a big bulk of electronics on deck because of how expensive they are. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to have like a whole quantity of electronics on deck. Like so a lot of times that stuff's sold out. You got to order it online anyway. Especially like the bigger sizes. Like if you go to Verizon, like you can't just buy an iPhone and get the biggest.
Yeah, right then and there. They have to order it to you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Have y'all ever wondered how Black Friday started?
So it's never been a thought to me. It's always been associated with just the day after Thanksgiving and buying crap.
Yeah. So, but there's some interesting stories on it though. My pop sent me one the other day. He sent me a video about Black Friday. Man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull a video up on here though. But essentially, I'll just say what the video was talking about. Basically, the video was saying that Black Friday started from slavery. and it said that that basically slave masters would put they put their slaves on sale at this time of the year or whatever, and the slaves will be cheaper to buy. That's the basis of it. That's what Black Friday was.
Yeah,
and I've heard that story multiple times, but then I just watched, like I said, my pop sent me the video and I watched it, and I was like, that's interesting. And I've never asked myself, how did Black Friday start? Because a lot of stuff that we celebrate or that we take part in has some type of history, but we just don't know what that history is. All right. So, have you ever thought about that? I mean, have you ever tried to dig into it at all?
No, I haven't looked into it in any depth. You sending me the video, it felt like the first time hearing that, but it's like it's I don't put it off as like something that I haven't heard before. But yes, it hasn't in recent. It hasn't been a thought, and I was just like, the way the video was framed, or the story they told behind it, like having the slaves basically be gestures and compete to entertain the folks during the Thanksgiving dinner or before that, and then the ones that didn't do well, they got sold off. I was like, that sounds like some bullshit. But but yeah, I mean, looking into it, the little amount I did, I was like, okay, seems like it has some validity.
Yeah, and like I said, I obviously I can't verify it. I wasn't there, so I don't know. But I mean, I don't want to write it off.
There's a lot of stuff that's denouncing it, though. There's a lot of literature or just websites in general that's saying it's all fake.
Oh, obviously, because if it were to be true, then you would have a whole boycott. You know what I'm saying? Then you have a whole nother issue. Now, this is the history, or the History Channel's version of it. It was applied to post-Thanksgiving holiday shopping, but to financial crisis, specifically the crash of the U.S. gold market on September 24th, 1869. Two notoriously ruthless Wall Street financiers worked together to buy up as much as they could of the nation's gold, hoping to drive the price sky high and sell it for astonishing profits. On that Friday in September, the conspiracy finally unraveled, sending the stock market into free fall and bankrupting everyone from Wall Street, barons to farmers. So that's what I guess the initial Black Friday was. It was because of, am I reading that right? It's because they tried to drive prices up. They tried to mess with the stock market.
Yeah, that's that was my understanding for the most part.
Yeah.
And
I've heard this before too. It's like, as the story goes, after an entire year of operating a loss in red, stores would supposedly earn a profit went to black one day after Thanksgiving because holiday shoppers blew so much money on discounted merchandise.
See, that's what I would figure.
Yeah, those that retail companies use. That makes sense too, though. Yeah, and then here's the one. In recent years, another myth has surfaced that gives a particular ugly twist to the tradition, claiming that back in 1800s, Southern plantation owners could buy enslaved workers at a discount on the day after Thanksgiving. Though this version of Black Friday's roots has understandably led some to call for a boycott for the retail holiday, it has no basis in fact. It's not as sunny as retailers. The real history behind Black Friday, however, is not as sunny as retailers might have you believe. Back in the 1950s, police in the city of Philadelphia used the term to describe the chaos that ensued on the day after Thanksgiving, when hordes of suburban shoppers and tourists flooded into the city in advance of a big Army-Navy football game held on that Saturday every year. Not only were Philly cops not able to take the day off, but they had to work extra long shifts dealing with additional crowds and traffic. Shoplifters also took advantage of the bedlam in stores and made off with merchandise, adding to the law enforcement headache. So there's like several different stories into that.
Definitely multiple stories about it.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna put that up.
They all try to drown out this one though.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. So like, it's like we're okay. So that's going to be something that's going to need some more. I feel like it needs some more digging because there's like no way to really verify what's true because everybody has their own truth on how Black Friday became.
Yeah. Yeah.
And obviously some sound a little more real than others, but
I wonder if there is like any type of historic files on the sale, the slave trade sale. And then if they have dates and stuff and you could just look at the dates after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and you know what? If there is, it's going to be locked away. It's going to be locked away. It's not going to be available on the internet.
Yeah.
I feel like there can be truth in that. I feel like there can be truth in that story, just like there can be truth in the idea of people operating in the red and making it to the black because of that day. In all those stories, I feel like there's some truth.
Yeah, yeah.
But it started from somewhere, and if that's the earliest record, it's got to be some type of truth. Because somebody making that up completely from where? In every, I don't know, I've always been told, and I believe it, in every conspiracy theory, there's always some bit of truth.
Yeah.
Like it came from something.
There's a nugget.
Yeah. What do you think?
I don't know. There's probably some type of truth.
I was like,
yeah. Noble thought it was funny too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Novioli. She's getting silly.
Well, thank you all so much for allowing me to join.
We didn't begin with our game.
Right.
Oh, okay. What's the game?
You can't just see. This is what I'm saying. Like you can't just guess. You can't just come
bounce out.
Yeah. And
hey, we should have. Oh, dang, we should have let her. It could have been our first walk off.
Oh yeah, I'm like, oh y'all just see her walk off the show like that. That's crazy.
Okay, what's the game?
That's a big clip. You
I do.
Okay.
What's the game?
It's a wiki game.
The Wikipedia game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Woo!
We start on one Wikipedia page, just any Wikipedia page, and we have to make it to another Wikipedia page by using only links through Wikipedia. So you start at the page, you use the hyperlink, try to get to your final destination. And for our final destination.
So let's start with our topic, which is Black Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, so Black Friday, and it has a Wikipedia page. I think it's shop. I think it says shopping or something like that. So we're gonna start here. Black Friday shopping.
Daddy, are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding, baby. Okay. And this is our lovely daughter. She wants to make her say hi.
Friday, don't say anything. Black Friday.
Are you kidding?
Yes.
Where is it?
All right. So
Black Friday.
yeah, it's gonna be there. Wikipedia.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep, found it. Black Friday, parentheses shopping.
Yeah, parentheses shopping, that one right there.
Okay.
All right, so we're there. All right, now where's our ending location? You're the guest, so you get to pick our ending location. Anywhere you want to go with it.
Anywhere.
Nene Leaks from Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Nene Leaks. Hold on, wait. I'm just gonna put up. I just want to pull up like what, because I don't know what her wiki looks like. So
yeah, that's what I'm looking. Oh yeah.
Okay. Her wiki is Nene Leaks. All right, cool.
It's just straight up Nene Leaks.
Yeah, Nene Leaks. N-E, and then Leaks. L-E-A-K.
And she was in what? She was Basketball Wives?
Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Oh, Atlanta. Real Housewives.
Okay. All right. So, everybody ready? We're starting at Black Friday. We're ending at Nene Leaks. Nene. Ready? Set, and go. She was in Real
Black
Housewives in
Friday.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna get there easy. This is about to be light work.
You think so?
Oh yeah, for sure. I know my
I got a new kitchen.
my lane. Yeah.
Daddy.
I think I know a lane that probably work.
You think so?
Can you make me something in your kitchen?
Let me see.
Yeah, I think so.
I need
Stop, Nova.
but I need to find one good little thing. And if I can find it. Wait a minute. Maybe.
Wait a minute.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
I don't know.
You don't know. You don't know. All right. Fine.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
The heck?
No. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna get this.
Because just
All right, you think so?
Yeah.
I haven't even made it anywhere.
It's okay. Okay.
Shit. Oops.
Okay.
Daddy.
Okay.
Oh, I already. Oh, damn. Oh, wait.
You in there?
Let's see.
Daddy, can you grab my Misty?
Yo, Misty?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go get it.
She's right there. Hold on.
Go get it, Jordan.
Yeah, I will. Game.
How did you get it?
Game. Nene Leaks.
How did you get to it?
Let me show y'all first. Boom.
Bull crap.
Nope, look.
Oh, okay.
How did you get to it?
All right, so y'all want to hear this? Y'all ready for this?
Yeah, I was almost there.
All right, so it was light work because here we go. So we had Nene Leaks, obviously. And that before that, it was list of people from Atlanta. Then it was Atlanta. Then there was Metro Atlanta. Then there was South Fulton, Georgia. Then we went from African Americans, United States, and Black Friday shopping.
Okay.
Bing, bang, boom.
That was my similar because I went from Black Friday, I went to United States, I went to Georgia, I went to Atlanta, and then I was looking for stuff on the Atlanta Wikipedia.
Notable people.
So I did Black Friday, and then United States, and then yeah, I clicked on Los Angeles.
Why you go to Los Angeles?
I couldn't find it.
Found her.
Oh, I guess you can try.
Found her.
Yeah. I just tried to find something that was related to Georgia.
You guys have done this times though, so I'll be practicing.
Yeah, it's okay. You did a good job.
Yeah, that's true.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out with us.
I'll join again. Don't worry.
Yeah. Oh yeah. For sure. Rick, you got any last questions or at all that you want to leave with?
No, I don't. I think
Right. It's
maybe next time I'll have a ending statement.
Well, that's been another episode, another week of the Rick and Jordy podcast. We hope y'all like, share, subscribe. Tune in next week for another episode, and we'll see you. I'm one half of your host, Jordy.
And I'm half your host, Rick.
And we'll catch you next week.
Goodbye.